we are shopping local. That's right, for local produce. And today it's all about the Z, zucchini. So I'm on the search for zucchini that I can use in my 3 recipes that I mentioned earlier. And then once we find our zucchini, we'll look for other items that we can use in our recipes for the end of the week. Hi, and welcome back. We are back from the farmer's market, and look what I found: zucchini and squash. What I really love about this vegetable is that it can be prepared in a variety of ways. Today, I am making creamy chicken and pesto zoodles. First, you want to spiralize your zucchini. Once it's spiralized, place your colander in a bowl. And then after about 30 minutes, you'll notice that water begins to form underneath that colander. Get rid of the excess water and then pat your zucchini dry in case there's any excess moisture before cooking it in the pan for 2 to 3 minutes. This is my second batch of the 2 zucchinis that I spiralized earlier. And again, we simply want to just cook them for a little while so that the additional moisture is out of there. And as you can see, they're still pliable, but they're not mushy. So I have here 1 whole chicken breast that has been cut up into tiny bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna just season this to taste with salt, black pepper, and crushed red peppers. Add oil to a pan. This is just about 1/4 of a cup of oil. And then add the chicken. So as you can see, the chicken is cooking. We'll allow it to continue to cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we'll start preparing the pesto. It's pesto time. So pesto is traditionally made with basil, shredded Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, garlic, olive oil. But today I'm gonna put a twist on it, and I'm using 2 cups of spinach combined with my 1 cup of fresh basil from my garden. So to my little mini food processor, you can use a food prep processor, a chopper, anything that you have at home. I'm gonna add my 2 cups of spinach, 1 cup of basil. I just love the smell of fresh basil. It is absolutely delicious. 1 tablespoon of garlic. To that, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Also a 1/2 cup of pine nuts. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper, maybe even 2 pinches. Finally, before you blend, you wanna add about a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Sometimes you'll have to go to about 3/4 of a cup. It just depends on the consistency of your pesto. Start blending that up, and it should start to look like this. Keep going and going. All right, let me check out this pesto and see how it's coming out. Let's see. Really good, but not quite the consistency that I like. I'll keep blending. So I'm all done with the pesto, and I'm not gonna use the entire thing in this recipe. I'm actually only gonna use about 1/2 of it. So I'll take 1/2 up. It makes about a cup of prepared pesto. To the pesto, I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of regular jarred Alfredo sauce. This is where the creamy comes in. Now I've already heated this up on my stove, and I'm mixing it with the pesto. That is room temp. Add the creamy pesto sauce to your zoodles. All right, finally you want to add the chicken that you cooked earlier to your pasta, your zoodle pasta. Mix that in as well. Then you want to serve it in your favorite dish. Add fresh parm. Garnish and enjoy. Something else I like to add to this dish is sun-dried tomatoes. They just give it an extra little sweetness to it, especially with the sharpness of the Parmesan. So I love it with sun-dried tomatoes. My kids don't, but it's one of my favorite things to eat. Let's try it. That's good.